Hello, thank you for joining us for some tips, techniques, and procedures on home ergonomics, followed by 4 examples of actual ergonomic adjustments. Although the equipment you have in your home may be different, the basics of ergonomics are the same.
Hi, my name is Kurt Walling. I'm the Loss Prevention Director for Shasta Trinity Schools Insurance Group. One of my duties is to conduct in-person ergonomic evaluations for the employees of our 37 school districts. However, during this time of social distancing, that is impossible. Therefore, I put together this short video to help the school employees and others adjust their workstations themselves. Whenever I do an ergonomic evaluation, I always start by teaching. I like to remind employees that what we're trying to do is adjust the workstation to fit their body. Everyone's body is different, and obviously we can't adjust their body to fit the workstation. Therefore, there's several key elements that go into an ergonomic adjustment. The first thing is making sure that you have open joint spaces, elbows, knees, hips, which means that the joints aren't closed more than 90 degrees. If the joints are closed more than 90 degrees, that slows down and restricts the blood and oxygen from getting to the muscle tissues where it's needed. This can create pain and discomfort. When seated, your eyes should be at approximately the same level as the top of your screen. You should sit fully back in your chair, utilizing the entire chair, especially the back and lumbar support. The lumbar support should fit comfortably in the middle of your lower back, and that will help carry the weight of your upper body and prevent slouching. Additionally, your feet should rest comfortably flat on the floor. This prevents the lower body weight from pulling your hips forward and placing undue stress on the lower back. There should also be approximately 2 inches of space between the front of your seat pan and the back of your legs. This will reduce something known as contact stress, which also reduces blood flow. When you're typing, your arms should be relaxed and at your sides. Your elbows should be at a 90 to a 120 degree angle with your hands slightly below your elbows. Your arms, your wrists, and your hands should all be aligned. If the kitchen table is your work area, there are several unique challenges associated with the chair height and the table height, but these are easy to fix with simple household items that you have available. If the chair is too low, you can place a pillow on the chair. This will raise your seated height. There is no lumbar support with this kitchen chair, so you can place a pillow behind your back as well. This will give your lumbar some support and keep your back upright. As you'll notice, her feet are somewhat off the floor, so at this time it would be appropriate to take some type of object like a book or a box to place under the feet, ensuring the knees remain at a 90 to 120 degree angle. When working with a laptop, you'll notice the screen is always well below eye height. This can be solved by placing the computer screen or the monitor on top of another object. In this situation, it would be impossible to type, which would necessitate the use of an external keyboard. Another important aspect of ergonomics is ensuring proper alignment. Your keyboard and your monitor should be in line with the center line of your body. When you're typing, your lower arms, wrists, and your middle finger should be as straight as possible. One of the most important things you can do is follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look about 20 feet away for 20 seconds at least. This will help your eyes adjust and avoid fatigue. Better yet, take a break. Make sure you have plenty of light for your work area. Turning on extra lights to increase the ambient light in the room is great as long as you don't have glare on your screens, so adjust your light accordingly. When you sit down, make sure you're using your entire chair sitting fully back into the seat. See where your feet fall on the floor. If they're not touching the floor, then you're going to have to lower your chair or put something under your feet. Your knee should be at approximately 90 to 120 degree angle when seated. When you're typing, your elbows should be at a 90 to a 120 degree angle. Clearly, in this situation, the arms are extended too far. So what we'll do is we'll take the keyboard and we'll place it on the keyboard tray. If you don't have a keyboard tray, Oftentimes, it's as easy as placing a pillow on your lap and then putting the keyboard on the pillow. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that the mouse is also on the same level as the keyboard. So we'll take our mouse and place it next to the keyboard. Once you've adjusted your keyboard tray and your chair to the appropriate height, the next thing you're going to want to do is ensure that the tops of your monitors are at approximately eye level. This is easy to do if you have an adjustable monitor stand. However, if you don't, then you can always use a ream of paper, a book, or some other object. These monitors look at about the right level. What we will do though is we're going to pull them a little closer so they're at a comfortable viewing distance. Sometimes monitors are going to look different depending on what type of glasses you wear. If you have progressive lenses, you might want them a little bit higher or lower depending on where your vision lies. In this situation, you'll see that we have a chair that is slightly high, so we've placed the book under the feet. This chair has no lumbar support. So what we can do is we can place a rolled up hand towel with rubber bands behind our back, in the small of our back, to ensure there is some lumbar support. Make sure you're avoiding awkward postures, such as leaning, stretching, cradling the phone, and other things that you wouldn't do at work. When working from home, not everyone has access to an external keyboard, which means you're going to have to leave your laptop on the desk. You'll notice that her wrists are pressing against the sharp corner of the desk. This will create something known as a contact stress, which will reduce the blood and oxygen to the muscles and tendons and connective tissues of the arm. This can be easily mitigated by rolling up a small cloth or using something like a bag of rice under the wrists. When working at home, the last resort should be the couch. If you are forced to work on the couch for any length of time, it's recommended to use something to put the laptop on. In this case, we're using a pillow and a serving tray, but you can use just about anything that'll hold the laptop off of your lap in a comfortable and stable position. Remember, this is for short-term use, and if you are sitting on the couch in this position for any length of time, you'll want to get up about every 20 to 30 minutes and walk around. These tips, techniques, and procedures are not all inclusive, but there's a lot of information on the internet, and you can possibly find help from your risk manager or loss prevention director at your JPA.